managerial zone. You will not getting into any kind of operational part. So for you guys, the future is you have to be in a management cadre, start with the junior management, but yes, there will be people reporting to you. There will be people you need to manage, you need to conflict. So you also, the new term that has come is the flexibility. And the third is that how the entire structure can be made as a human-centric. So I have one question for you. What do you mean by organization? Can anybody answer? Any thought? What would be the definition of organization, or what you pursued as an organization? Exactly. You are near. You hit the nail on this head. It's a group of people, group of organism. And what is meant by design? Organization design. Organization design that we have to keep those things orderly. So we'll see in due course of part like how the organization fundamentally are changing, and the leadership model is also coming in place, how the new set of working environment is getting practiced into the organization. So now today I feel a little lucky because AI is majorly disrupting the IT industries, but it's not really true. It's AI is also disrupting the manufacturing setup as well. So I belong to manufacturing setup. My organization into the wall manufacturing that goes into the production and all. But we have all the stalwarts from the IT, they have their perspective. But it's not only the IT thing is getting disrupted. This is the the manufacturing setup is also highly affected by AI. So now the IT guys will probably explain this more. Is the office dead? Is that the right questions? If you enter in an IT setup, you'll find the empty desk. Why? Because of the flexibility. The contract between employee and employer has gone up to the next level, just beyond the term and condition in the appointment letter. So now the critical question you can ask, like, you can dream and you can visualize the organization you admire a lot and how that structure is really working there. So most of the people might think about the Google, like you have heard about a lot of many things of Google, how they are operated. Even though this AI has disrupted or pandemic has disrupted, they have already started, they are already moving into the world of flexibility, and that's how they are providing the good employee experience so that can attract a good talent. Yeah, so these are the typical four forces that are really shaping our organization. So they are bringing a change to the organization, main to the technological. This is the transformational change with the augmented reality. Then there are some vital or temporary role. So you will be surprised to know that most of the organization having the interim roles now are coming in place. So in my organization, when I was being hired, I've been hired by a interim CHRO. So at that level, people are giving a job on a very contractual role or a short period role. So this is how the organization is also working. The structural way shift from the hierarchy to more and more networking part. It's not only the boss says and employee does. And the third is a human central and cultural. It's not only about now the paychecks and something like that. The demand is pursued to the mental health. So if you really see, many organizations are now investing into the well-being, employee well-being of their employees, so that they will become more and more productive. So like this is the reality. Now this also brings some panic area, like there is a buzzword in the AI, how it will eat our jobs, there are a lot of unemployment are coming in future, but it's not the reality. You have to, technology you have to use as a co-worker and not as a threat. So when you start building that, AI can reflect, it can give you more and more reflection. And believe it or not, the human will remain the center point of any change. Come what may, how many disruptive technology may come in picture, humans are needed to execute that, to enable that. Yes, so this is the typical evaluation you must have studied in your MBAs as well. The pyramid structure, industrial age, where We have MD, we have a leadership team, we have middle management, senior management, and then it trickle down to the grassroots level. So now it has shifted to the matrix part. So I feel now we are into this area, the information age, where the global multinationals have a dual reporting structure. Like you have to report to the India operations, you have to report to the corporate way back into the Germany or any other country where the head offices are remaining. So now one person have multiple bosses. One is administrative, one is the functional, one is the corporate reporting. So this is how if you are being a manager, you are getting place. You need to be open about you may have to in future report to the multiple people, not only to the single people. And of course, the current structure is about the network and organism kind of structures. Like what it means, like it has come in very silos part. It's not only about the big organization work in a very structured way. It is getting more and more complex, where your skill set, your power of influencing of the people, that becomes a very important role. Let's see the one case study. So this is how breaking the silo. You must have heard about the most important part of Spotify. A few years back, we are not knowing Spotify at all. But in such a quick time, how they have made it turn around. So they have made their changes to their organization structures. So first part they have done is they have created a squads. Squads means like those who are giving the autonomous cross-functional groups. They have given the free hand for them to operate within that group part. And there is a seamless collaboration where happening within that two group where the innovation fosters. The second is a tribe. So tribe the same. If the people are working in say IoTs or ISOs, so they have collected themselves together and they have started giving them the anatomy for that. And of course, the guilds and design principle is that whomsoever are working, they should have a common goal, and a lot of freedom will be given to them, a lot of empowerment came in their way, and that's why they could able to make a turnaround in such a short period of time. So that's the impact of having changes in the organizational design can make a wonders. So yes, now the buzzword is the first question is the office is dead. So there are hybrid paradox as well. Paradox means it has its own darker side as well. There are good points about the hybrid structure, but there are some other changes. When you become a manager, when you are going to have a team under you, what the things you can think about, what are the challenges? First of all, like there is no connection. So you will not find, when you interact in person, it has a different chemistry altogether, but we are having a remote team, it has its own challenges. Second is the weekend organization culture. Culture is nothing but the shared belief. So me, you, all together, if you believe in, that becomes your culture. So there are no physical people around, then there will not be common belief in place. The third is that there are a lot of biases may happen in your entire HR processes, like promotions, changing the structure. And third is like hiring will not be so effective, onboarding and hiring. So further, if you really look at it, like nowadays employees are like, this point has been touched by my earlier speakers as well. It's not about only paycheck. So they need a radical flexibility. I want to work on my term. So now the days has gone, you have to come 9 to 5, 2 punch, 1 lunch. That era has gone now. So the next important part is that you have to have a psychological safety. So when you become a manager, will you be able to provide your team that comfort so that they become vulnerable? They will not hesitate to share you anything and everything. So are you really creating that space for your team or for your bosses as well? So that they can be also psychological safety play a key role. And internal talent market. So now you need not to look out for a change in different organizations. So there are a lot of opportunities are coming within the organization. If you are tall enough to get and sit on that seat, you will be most welcome. So like there are talent managements are coming in, like Universal has internal talent market. So a lot of companies, the company I work, that ACG, we have a internal promotion policy. We have decided to not to hire any leadership role from outside. It should be homegrown talent, and the opportunity will be given to the internal people rather than going for a lateral hiring. So this is how the employee flexibility and value proposition that the employer also has to do. So as a role of manager, we are getting into that shoes. You have to keep these things in your mind, how you are shaping the future. And yes, today is the perfect example. Now the changes has from commander chief into the architect of chief. So in a true sense, you are really experiencing, you are really living the idea of hybrid work culture. I could able to see there is a backseat committee is there, the AV committee is separate, your transportation committee is so effective, and the most important part, your just leaders are just sitting and relaxing. Nothing is more pleasant than this. So we are really shifting from the old pedigram to the new pedigram. So you are quite lucky enough to have such a empowerment, have such an experience to try at this level. And I can tell you that you have done a very splendid job. There is no room for any error. There are a lot of follow-ups. The committee is already on the toe. So this is a live example. We can say that how the organization design is also taking shape of it. So, and this is a good relief for the leaders, because nowadays leaders are getting burned out to manage the teams. So the self-reliant, self-sufficient team it's like a dream in having this kind of setup. And yes, the future is already changing, but it is evenly distributed. Don't get surprised like you will going to get a report to someone who is very similar to them. This picture remains very close to me. I hope the manager is telling the new recruit, I hope you love the kids, then go your boss. So that's been in future. So be ready for that as well. I can tell my example. My team members are quite elder than me and they are on the age of retirement. So there is a different challenge to manage them as well. So these are the final words from me. As I said, the future will be again remain the human centric. It will be enabled by the technology. Yes, AI will be there, some other technology may erupt, but of course the house of it is the flexibility. You need to be little flexible, you need to be open for different mindsets, and becoming a future leader, you cannot just predict the future, you have to develop it, you have to be on the way of the change, and you can demand the final part. This is my favorite author, Peter Drucker. He mentions that the greatest danger at the time of turbulence is not the turbulence, it's the yesterday's logic. So if you are going with the yesterday's logic in tomorrow's world, that will not happen. The things which are brought you here will really not take you there. So you have to think differently and you have to act accordingly. So thank you for having me, and let me tell you, this presentation is also done through AI. I just created in 10 minutes from Gamma. So that I wanted to give an illustration as well. So it is a part and parcel of your life. You cannot get away from it. So thank you for having me here. Have a great day. I would like to address, if you have any questions, I will be more than happy to answer it. Yeah, and I stand here as the capacity of your big brother, not any director of any company. So you are always welcome to share the questions. If not today, if at any point of time, these are my contact credentials. You can be in touch with me if at any point of time. Yeah, any question is welcome. I'm not able to hear you. Can someone give him a mic?
Hello. Good afternoon, sir. I am Aditya Yadav from MBA class. Do you think hybrid work become permanent in India?
It could be it has now getting into the companies are leveraging this for two elements. One is that there is a demand from people. It's again demand supply theory. Like people are more conducive to work from home. And second is that companies are also saving tons of costs on that. Electricity, your ACs, your transportation. it has become a win-win situation. So yes, most of the companies are still continuing with that, and it will remain. You cannot eliminate the hybrid work culture from the incoming era. I am not saying that if I'm wrong, Stalwart can correct me, but next 10 years I don't think so. It will get away with it. It will remain.
Most of us are studying MBA, and according to the changing situations right now, according to AI in the market and all, so what skills should we develop to get opportunities?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Opportunity is like it's like knocking the door. You have to keep knocking. There is a competition is huge, but at the same point of time, there are huge opportunities. So how you can get there? So first of all, you need to have a network in place. Try to be around the network. You need to build your resumes accordingly so that it becomes you become visible to the recruiters. The third part is that nowadays if I have experienced this, like I conduct multiple campus drive, you will see the resume format same for everyone. So that's how you need to have your crucible projects that you are involved. You need to showcase those parts, and there are so many courses are available that you can build your competencies, and during the interview part you could able to showcase that. Yes, there is a challenge like getting the first part, but you need to be focused and persistent and keep the knocking door. I would say you are fortunate enough that you are having this kind of forum. You are getting connected back to the industry. You will be having now LinkedIn as a very prominent part. Like if you have your right presence in the LinkedIn, you will definitely get the opportunities.
Thank you.
Thank you. I would rather suggest all of you taking a shortcut is not a key for now. So if at all, if you could able to get a job at your own, breaking that hard rock, making your own way, you will have an immense pride of yourself, rather than getting some reference and getting into that quick zone. Try to avoid that. That would be my personal advice, because this will make you the sense of feeling of I have achieved something will keep you going, motivated you a lot. Yeah. So thank you very much for having me here, and I'm immense proud. And most importantly, back home, my wife and my son is also watching it. So because without her push, I wouldn't be here. I normally try to avoid these kinds of gathering. I was telling Sudhir sir as well. But I really feel I'm very fortunate enough to witnessing this shift, experiencing that shift from back bench to the front row. So thank you for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you for showing us that the future of work is intentionally designed.
Instinct builds teams, data builds winning organizations.
Our next distinguished guest speaker is Honorable Mr. Balkrishna Madhukar. Let us know more about him through this aid.
Honorable Balkrishna Madhukar, currently serving at Cognizant, is a senior delivery leader with over 20 years of experience driving large-scale application development, maintenance, and support programs across BFSI and retail domains. With deep expertise in delivery governance, agile methodologies, DevOps practices, and cloud technologies, he exemplifies a leadership approach that seamlessly blends technical excellence with strategic execution. Throughout his distinguished career, he has successfully led multi-million-dollar engagements, guiding cross-functional teams while enhancing delivery efficiency, strengthening operational frameworks, and optimizing performance outcomes.
invite Mr. Balakrishna Matkar to deliver the final address on the topic, Data-Driven Talent Management.
Hello, yeah, audible? Yes. Okay, thank you so much. And after such a great speakers speaking here, it's really difficult to talk about our own people, right? It's really hard to make them fool, right? Okay. So today we learned a lot about HR and all, right? But what really makes you, the number one thing that make you are an amazing HR? What do you think? Yes? So from morning we heard about HR, but what you think that will, whatever you learn today, right? That will make you number one HR in the upcoming future. First of all, do you think you are going to become a HR or a manager or a leader? Do you think? As Sunil sir said, right, are we here to earn salaries or are you here to create jobs? What is our purpose? So that is one thing we should understand first, right? So to start with, I want someone to create a group of 5 people. Can someone create a group of 5 people and come in this middle area, please, quickly? We don't have much time. Yes? I just want a group of 5 people. Can someone form the group of 5 people, please? Any 5 people, that should be fine. Quickly, we don't have time, otherwise I'll go all the way till 5 o'clock. And I don't think you guys will afford that, right? Yes? I think you only hear from your director and teachers, huh? You don't hear from us. Yes, quickly. Yeah, okay, we got 3. 2 more. We got 4. Okay, we got 5. Right? Okay, that's it. Now I want one more group where I want 2 females in that group. Can someone create one more group which will have 2 ladies? Okay, 2 ladies came up. Now we need 3 more people. Quickly, guys. Yeah. So the second group we should have 3 more people. Okay, we got 1 more. Now 2 more. Okay, we got 2. So we clapped for them. We got 2 groups. Now why I did this exercise? So this shows us, guys, in this hall we just have 2 leaders and rest of all are managers. Those 2 people who proactively stand and created a group, they are true leaders. That is what the difference between leader and manager. A leader proactively works, right? Come forward, lead the people, and manager is what manages the things, right? So thank you, guys. You can go back to your seats. Right, so it's very important to become a leader, because a good leader can create a good manager, right? A good manager is not necessarily be a good leader, and we all are here to become a good leader, right? So today I'll not take much time. I'll talk about 3 things, right? So everyone talks about what is HR, what is talent management. I'll talk about 3 things. What is talent management, what is data, and how to use data to drive talent management, right? These are the 3 things we'll talk about and we'll close for the day, okay? So first of all, we need to understand what is talent management, right? So from morning, everyone and particularly Sir has explained well about the phases of talent management. Can you go to the slide, please? Next slide. Yeah, next slide. Next one. Yeah, so this is what we learned today, right? There are important 4 or 5 phases of the talent management. You keep this in mind. One, we have to plan. Workforce planning. That is the first step. Second, attracting talent and selection process. third development and retention, and last is transition. This is very well we learned today if you guys know about it, right? So today we are going to use two important tools. One is notebook and second is mobiles. Okay, so how many of you have notebook? Can you show me? Okay, 3 people. How many of you have mobiles? Can you show me? Mobiles. How many of you have mobiles? Everyone allowed to use mobile today, right? Can you get out take up your mobile in your hand? I'm seriously, you can show us mobile, right? Yeah. See, every one of us has mobile, right? So that's it. I don't have to take the further session. This is what the data-driven management is, right? If you have mobile, you have data, you have power in your hand. Okay. So these are the 5 stages of 5 phases. I am not going to get into the details, which I thought earlier, but this is what we all know. Yeah. Can we go next, please? Oh, this I can use. Thank you. So what is the role of data? Now this is very important. So when we are managing the talent, right, on what data you are going to take the decision, right? Being an HR manager, or for that matter, I'll say this session is important because as Sunil sir also said, you don't have to be the manager, because every one of us is a kind of a manager. Our parents, our elder brothers, sisters, we all are managing every day something or other thing, right? So we all are managing, and if we have to take any decision, that decision has to be based on the data. Now in earlier time, the kings and queens, they used to depend on messengers, right? Like yesterday Shiv Jayanti happened. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj had did so many events which today we can't believe it, like that can happen, right? Like Surtechi Loot, Agravarun Sutka. All these things are possible because of meticulous planning, and that planning is only possible because of the information he received from his people. Do you think without that information it is possible to to have such a kind of operations? Definitely not, right? So information or data is the today's messenger, right? Like the way Shivaji Maharaj used to have Bahirji Naik and hair khata. Similarly today data is our hair khata, or the source of information. So that is very, very important, and to understand the data, we need to understand in HR management, if you want to take any decisions particular to recruitment or onboarding or to the development of their people or the engagement or retention, right? You need to think about certain metrics. Okay, now today we'll go through a couple of metrics. I'll show you how to understand those metrics. If you understand that metric, then the data you will understand. Once you understand the data, the decision process will become easy. Okay, so the first one is turnover rate. Now the formula is very simple. How many separations you have divided by average number of employees into 100. Now this percentage, the high rate, shows the sign of poor engagement. Now what does that mean? Like if organization has to keep their people with them, they have to increase the engagement. Now the engagement is through different trainings, different kind of activities, like outreach activities are there. So that people will feel like it's their home, right? We spend 10 hours, 12 hours of our time with the companies or organizations. Now why they will feel engaged? Now if you don't feel engaged, there is a high chance people will leave you, right? Similarly in today's session also, it's possible if you don't connect here, you will feel like it's what is there for me, right? So it's very important to understand the turnover rate. So this data will give you how your engagement will be. Okay, this next matrix is the retention rate. Okay, so employee still with the company at the end of the period divided by all employees at the start. This will give you the retention rate. The high retention rate shows healthy engagement. So if you able to retain lot of people, the high retention rate shows the healthy engagement. So this matrix is also very important. Then larger the ratio, better the mobility. Now mobility is one of the important metrics. So in mobility, people want to get promotions, right? They want to move from like they want to have on-site opportunities. They want to have internal promotions, right? Job movement. So this ratio, the mobility ratio, again shows how well the organization is engaged with the employees, right? So this is the one. Then attracting and retaining the best talent. So today sir has shown very good examples of how to attract and how to retain the best talent, right? So let's not talk about it much. Yes. Now we'll have some interactive poll here. I'll put up the QR code. Yeah. If you guys able to scan it, right, or if you are on your mobile, can you quickly go through this? It has a couple of questions. We all have to answer it quickly. Yeah. Yes, every one of us can participate and answer that question. Meanwhile, I'll check the result. forms.google.com आणि त्यातला पहिला सर्वे डेटा वर्सेस मिळाला ओके okay. Meanwhile you all can answer and be truthful to yourself, okay? Whatever the last percentage you have, so आई शपथ खरं सांगेल पण खोटं सांगणार असे आन्सर द्यायचे, नाहीतर ते सर्व चुकल मानणार. I have to change the strategy. Okay, how many of you have answered? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, still few hands. This side, no one? What happened? Scanner is not visible. Check your WhatsApp group now. They said like they will put it on. Okay, we are getting data here. Very good. 35 responses. This is becoming interesting. Yes. You have to be a bit truthful for this, okay? Then the fun will be there. Hey, can you scroll down? Scroll down. Yeah. Okay, I think we have enough responses. So guys, what it shows, see, we have a data about your percentage, right? Which says like 47 to 50% lies between the 65 to 85% and close to 10% in less than 65%, right? Which is like 50 to 60% of our students are in this category. This is what data shows us, right? What emotions tells us, everyone is here for serious study. Don't you think it's contradicting to each other? Any good teacher, all teachers are smiling, right? Any good teacher can easily make it out, right? Our percentage is showing something else, our emotions are showing something else, right? right? We are saying we are here for serious studies. However, our percentage is not supporting that. So this is what you have to analyze the data, collect the data, analyze it, and make decision based out of it, right? So this is very important. Thank you, team. You guys can move on to the presentation. So that's why it's important to understand the data so that it will help you to take the decisions, right? Again, as sir said, like this data can be biased. Okay, this can be biased. So we have to get into deeper. You just can't blindly depend on the data and take some decisions. Okay. So as I said, data can create illusion, right? So this is a very good problem, mathematical problem, Ponzo illusion. Now if you see, both the yellow bars are of same length, but because of that red track, it looks like the one ahead is quite bigger than the one below, right? So this creates the illusion. Similar thing happens when you work with the data, that will create an illusion. If you guys want, you can go ahead and study the Monty Hall problem. This is on a probability based problem. You can study it. Okay? So this Ponzo illusion is very important to understand, like why data creates. Data has to be analyzed very carefully. Okay. Now I'll tell about one story. Okay. So imagine you are the manager of a printing plant. Okay. And you notice that one of your presses, the printing press, is falling behind on production. Okay. Now what happens next is, so there are 3 printers who work on this press, and one of them has a bit of reputation for being lazy. Okay, so the press is there, you have 3 lines, 3 printer lines, 3 individuals are working on that, and you know one of that person is a bit lazy, okay, and probably that might be the reason the production is falling down or coming down, right? So you know the problem where it lies. But you have just been on a course that has stressed the importance of gathering data on which to make your decision. So what he did is he used computerized management system to break down the performance of each printer, and to his surprise, he realized that it was one of the other printer who had not been performing. Okay. So he earlier believed that there is a person who is lazy, and he thought that person is the problem. But he actually went and checked the data, then he realized that there is some other problem with some other printer, right? So he speak with the individual and find out that he had been having a problem with a specific chart that had caused the low production figures. So he is able to work with him and solve the problem. So this is a true story which has happened. So based on data, you will be able to know the exact problem. Okay, so this is the true story. So how a manager should have a data-driven behavior? Okay, a data-driven manager's behavior will be, he will avoid making decisions purely based on hunches. Only because I think or I believe, right, that will not work. I think I have interviewed one candidate and I think like he is good. On what basis? So you should have the data to support that fact, right? Then he should control over the, he should have control over the process. We'll talk in detail about this. This is very important, how to have a control over the processes. And then use analysis to understand what is happening and has a structured approach to improvement. Okay, so let's talk about the control over the processes. Again, it's quite slow. Now imagine there are 30 people involved in building a home. Okay, so we know at some point the home doesn't exist, right? And we also know once it has been completed, so can we say that it took 4 weeks to build. So these are the things what we know, right? This is what we know, like the home. What we doesn't know is basically what happened between the stage where the home exists and home doesn't exist, right? That we doesn't know. Okay, what we don't know, another thing what we don't know is the 4 weeks is the right time to build a house. And third thing, if 30 people are the right number of workers required for this. So now you know what all things we know at the start and what we doesn't know in between the home started building till finishing the home, and what is our whether this activity made as any payment or any money. So think this way, you are on a project. That project, we got a project from a client. Now right from started working on this project, like contract creation, SOW, and then assigning the resources till the warranty support and handover. In entire all these processes, as a manager, you should know what is happening in between. You should have that control. Then only you will realize how many resources I effectively use. Do I really need that much of resources? And how much money we have made out of that project, right? So as a manager, you should have the control on those processes. This is what having control on the processes, right? We have directors earlier, right? If he doesn't know what is happening in the institute, right? Who is doing what? Will he get to control the institute? He won't. You need to have that data, right? So we all should know how to control the processes. Yes. Now, so let's go back to the basics. At the heart of a successful business, there are some basics. So what are those basics? So every time you should ask these 3 questions. What is there for my team? What is my business is about? And what I am doing? Right? If you ask these 3 questions to yourself, every problem you will be able to solve, you will be able to control the processes, you will be able to make the decisions correctly. Right? This is how you can get control. I'll again take you through a live case study which I recently faced. So how to manage conflict with whatever we learn today. Right? So this is again existing problem. I'll take you through the problem. There was a critical project I was going through. It's very critical, time-based, and any like a delay of 1 day could have created a major issue in the delivery. And one of my critical resource, she sent an email saying that she want to go on a planned leave. Okay. Now I'll not say the name, but manager says like, he didn't reply to her. He just waited. After 3 days, he escalated the situation to the HR, saying that this person is absent without any leaves applied in the system. After this, HR replied saying that if this is the situation, what policy says, if a person is absent for more than 3 days without applying a leave, a manager can raise a job termination request. Now this is the situation. Employee claims that she had informed the manager in advance and did not intended to absent without notice. Okay, now this is the situation, and this is, all my colleagues can relate to this situation, and this happens every time, right? Now think that you are a HR manager or you are a software delivery manager and you have to handle this situation. So whatever we have learned today, based on that, how you will handle this situation, right? Okay, so whenever any kind of problem comes in front of you, you have to divide it in a 2 ways. One, what are the key facts, what data you have in front of you. So you know there is an email evidence, you know the leave is not applied in the system, you know manager did not approve the leave, you know employee absent for 3 working days, more than 3. HR policy also you are aware about, and ongoing manager-employee conflict is there. That's why he has escalated. And project is very business critical. So these are the key facts what are available. Now the dilemma is, as I said, what should organization do in such a cases? Shall they go ahead and enforce the policy to strictly and proceed with the termination? Treat this as a procedural lapse and apply corrective action, or consider conflict, intent and business risk before deciding, right? So being a HR manager, what do you think, what should be the course of action? Yes? Point number 1 or 2 or 3? You got the situation, all of you, right? What do you think, what should we do here in such a cases? Can you go next? Right. So as an HR manager or delivery manager, what do you think, what should be the right way? Yes, someone? Am I making sense here, guys? This is the situation I face, and most of us, this is the live case what I'm talking about. So you will also face this kind of situations, right? So what you will do here, as we studied HR policies, we know now the data, we know how business critical it is, right? Everything we know. So actually what we should do is, we should give this as a procedural lapse and issue a corrective and disciplinary action. We have to inform the employee that it's very important to apply leaves in the system, and we have to intervene between manager and employee, make sure that they don't have the conflict going ahead, right? That's what our data talks about. Now let's talk about the AI. The first is the AI, right? And most of you want to know how to use AI in the any situation. For today's session, it's the matter of talent management. How can we use AI in the HR? Most of the speakers talk about like different tools and what are the situations where we can use HR. Today use AI, right? Today I'll give you some good examples. So first we need to understand there are two types of AI. One is traditional and one is generative. So what is the difference? Traditional AI is basically AI which is rule based. Okay, so you have to give some task, it will perform. And generative AI is nothing but it generates the new content. So it will create a video for you, it will create an ad for you, right? It will write an email for you. So this is the generative AI examples. So this we have to be very clear. These are the important applications of big data and AI. So first talk about big data. So in recruitment and talent acquisition process, we can use big data for enhanced candidate matching. So there will be like thousands of resumes there, right? So we can use that data as a big data. We can do predictive analysis for hiring. We can have employee branding optimization. These are like for phase 1. Phase 2 for like performance management, we can have real-time monitoring and predictive analysis. So these are the different examples of how we can use big data in HR. Similarly, we can have AI in HR in the same phases. Yeah, how you will use AI. So basically, do you know what are the different tools of AI these days we use? Can someone spell out some names? What are the tools we use? One is ChatGPT, second co-pilot. Third, which one? Lord. I don't get it. Okay. Whatever I know is like ChatGPT. Then we have
Lords.
So and then we have Copilot. Then we have Anthropic Cloud. Right? These are the different AI tools we can use in our processes. So here, if you see, these are few examples. Like if I want to create a job description, right? So I'll quickly give you how do we use this one, right? Can we go to the ChatGPT, please? So let's have a quick. Yeah, there itself you can open. Yeah. Now go to the ChatGPT. The next tab. Next tab. Tab. Yeah. Right here. Give me a job description for a senior data analyst. This is how you use. Yes, no, yes, no. Right? Mostly this is how we use, right? Enter. Job description for a data analyst or senior data scientist, you can say. Anything is fine. So this is a generative AI. ChatGPT will create a nice job description with location, expertise, job summary, key responsibilities. And friends, this was like once upon a time, this was a dream to have such a thing, right? Without Google, we would have not survived. And now with these kind of tools, this is what is happening. But how you will use these tools more effectively? Now I will tell you the same concept will change it. Now go to the job template, the previous one. So see here, go down second page. Here I have created a template. Okay, I want similar kind of job to be done by generative AI. But now look at the prompt I am giving. I am giving him what is my position, what is the department name, what is the company name, what are key responsibilities I am looking for. So if I give this kind of input to the ChatGPT, now see what will happen. Now copy this and paste it. So this will, what do you think? This will give me more accurate data or this will give me vague data? Right? So when we talk about like AI is going to disrupt the world, right? And will there be jobs? Will there not be jobs? And a lot of buzz is going on. We just have a national level AI summit as well, and every expert is giving their own expertise, right? Now see what is happening. It will give you exactly what you are looking for in very detail, right? So this is how. This is one of the example how you should use the prompt. Now you won't believe this presentation is also the output of a generative AI. All those images, everything is created by generative AI. I have just given him the what I want in detail prompt. Even prompt also I have. Right? So this is how AI will be useful for you in the HR management. So that could be like different examples, as I said, like job description, or probably you want to predict workforce planning for upcoming 6 months or 1 year. This used to be very difficult earlier, but now it's very easy. If you give him correct data, you know that in Excel sheet also now we are getting Copilot. So Copilot, if you tell analyze my Excel sheet, it will analyze your Excel sheet, give you whatever details you want. Even it will create formulas for you. Now everything is there, AI is going to create for you. What we need to understand, how are we going to use it in our whatever job we are doing, right? Whether it is for our teaching purpose or for learning purpose or for anything. It's very important to understand how we are going to use it and what is the prompt. So prompt engineering is another important concept which is coming in. So that also you have to understand. Go back to the slide, right? So yeah, so these are the few resources I have added here. You guys can walk through those resources. I'll share this presentation with the management. They'll also share with you, so you can go through. These are the different books you have to go through, right? So today, what all we learn? Like what are the different phases of talent management, what is data, how to control the processes, how data helps in managing the talent, and how we are using AI in talent management, right? So if you have any questions related to this, you can ask, or you can go to the next number. This is my email ID and phone number. You can always ping me, you can send me an email, or professors are there, you can get those details from them, right? So I hope whatever I got an opportunity, really thank you to every one of us for listening so quietly. I know the time is clicking, and thanks to the management as well. Thank you guys.
Thank you, sir, for simplifying the role of data in talent management. Your insights gave us clear understanding of how data can be used responsibly to identify, develop, and retain the right talent.
Now it's time to appreciate and congratulate the student coordinators who took lots of efforts, hard work, and made this event successful. Let's appreciate their work and dedication by gratitude and token of appreciation. I call upon the core committee and request them to collect the certificate through the hands of today's eminent speakers. Now I call upon the core committee to receive their certificates. Dhanasri Patil, Rajnandani Pawar, Ishwari Kadam, Savai Khatri, Vishwajit Namde, Yash Patil, Sahil Kaware, Harsh Kadam.
सुर्वे, सायली रंगरे, सम्राट पाटील, आदिती पुजारी.
come on stage. अंजली कदम, अंकिता चव्हाण, विद्या भोसले, सायली मोरे, प्राजक्ता पाटील, ओमकार कदम, राज कदम.
ओमकार बोलते.
Logistics Committee to receive their certificates. Abhishek Gude, Aish Patil, Zaid Inamdar. Social Media Committee, Rohan Mohite, Harshad Mohite, Sanket Patil, Farhan Sheikh, Vishal Mohite, Yogesh Patil. Mr. Prathamesh Hende, Mr. Hemant Kohana, Pranjya Kuthekar, Nayan Sawant. Now we call upon the IDEAthon committee. An IDEAthon is a platform where students collaborate to identify real-world problems, brainstorm innovative ideas, and present practical solutions. The particular sustainability IDEAthon was organized by Bharati Vidyapeeth, deemed to be University Pune, and provided valuable exposure to collaborative and solution-oriented thinking. To acknowledge and appreciate the efforts and contribution of our student coordinators, we now proceed with the distribution of certificates. I call upon Mr. Prathamesh Hende, Mr. Hemant Lohana, and Mr. Sahil More. Come on stage. The Shivjayati celebration in our college was organized to honor the legacy, values and leadership of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. The successful execution of this event was made possible by the dedication and efforts of our student coordinators. To recognize the commitment and hard work of the student coordinators who managed the Shivjayati celebration, we now proceed with the distribution of certificates.
आदित्य भोसले, प्रतीक कांबळे, ईशा साळके, नयन सावंत, सानिका पवार, अंकिता मोहिते, तन्वी पवार, प्राजक्ता पालकर, सानिका शिंगण, साक्षी निकम, कनक सूर्यवंशी, प्रतिभा तांबे, सम्राट पाटील, ओंकार कारंडे, रोहन मुळी, रोहन एडके, विनीत राऊत, यश बर्गे, आदिती यादव, स्वप्नी कोळी, प्रणव अडके, यशराज कदम, अंकिता हजारे, ज्योती कदम, निकिता जमदाडे, प्राची चौगुले, ओंकार कदम.
And also a big round of applause to Kiran Deshmukh sir for organizing Shiv Jayanti. The teamwork and sense of responsibility reflect the leadership values that Shiv Jayanti stands for. Give a big round of applause to Kiran Deshmukh sir. Excellence extends beyond that academics.
Let's take a glimpse of Summer Week, our annual culture and sports event. A vibrant celebration where students come together as one team, participating in around 40 exciting indoor and outdoor games. It's not just about competition, it's about building team spirit, discovering leadership, strengthening teamwork, and to learn, adapt, and conquer the difficulties. That's what Summer Week truly stands for: unity, growth, and unforgettable memories. Now let's have a look for treasure.
The horizon is not a limit,
It is a direction we choose.
a direction shaped by innovation, empathy, and leadership. Let us lead the future of world beyond the horizon.
As we reach the conclusion of this inspiring and insightful HR meet, we take a moment to express our deepest gratitude.
We extend our heartfelt thanks to our esteemed chief guest, our guest of honor, and all our distinguished speakers for sharing their valuable insights and guiding us towards the future of work.
Your experiences, wisdom, and leadership have truly helped us look beyond the horizon and understand what it takes to lead in a rapidly evolving professional world.
Today was not just about discussion, it was about direction. Not just about ideas, but about impact. Let us move forward with confidence, compassion, and courage as we continue leading the future of work beyond the horizon. Thank you and have a wonderful day. May we request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
We invite respected HOD of Management Department, Dr. Sandeep Jagdale, to deliver the vote of thanks. Sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable dignitaries on the dais, faculty colleagues, and dear students. It is my privilege to propose vote of thanks for this informative and enriching HR Meet 3.2, Beyond the Horizon, Leading the Future of Work. On behalf of Bharati Vidyapeeth Deep University, YM Institute of Management, Karan, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our Chief Guest, Mr. Sudhir Mateti, Guest of Honor, Mr. Amit Prasad, Guest Speakers, Mr. Instant Preventa, our proud alumni, Mr. Balkrishna Madkar and Mr. Abhijit Thorat, for taking time out of their busy schedules to grace this occasion with their valuable inputs. Thank you for sharing your expertise on recent HR practices in such an engaging and relatable way. The insights you shared, you given us a fresh perspectives about the current work environment. I am also thankful to our director, Professor Dr. Azim Sheikh, for his unwavering support and guidance in organizing this event. I appreciate the efforts of all committee for their behind the scene efforts. Your dedication, support and teamwork are truly appreciated. I thank my faculty colleagues and the administrative staff for their sincere efforts. Lastly, thanks to all participants for your active participation for making this event a great success. Thank you one and all.
May we request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जगति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
We request all dignitaries to remain on the stage for the group photo.
I invite students to join for the group photograph. Discipline monitors, please help them towards the stage.
Hello, all the students should come.